Hey, what's up YouTube? My name is Jesse. I go by the Veteran Flipper on YouTube, and this is not my typical introduction to a video, but I will stop by this furniture store down the road from me, and I was actually looking for a hutch for the living room, and I seen those dining room chairs, and I was definitely pretty interested. But if you've been a viewer of the channel for a while, you know that I like to negotiate. And here's a nice wooden hutch right here that I found that was like the perfect dimensions that I was looking for the living room. Very nice condition. And they also had a very awesome looking Yadro piece over here with the base. Overall, that was in excellent condition. $375. Would you do $475 for everything?
For what?
$250 on the chairs, $125 on the hutch over here.
$35 on that, but I'll look at it.
$125 and do $100 on the Yadro piece. Not sure why, but my camera decided to stop recording in a second, but she did agree to make this deal. Oh, that's a really cool bed right there. Look at that thing. Wow, there's like so much cool stuff here. We just love the way these dining room chairs look in our dining room. They really do look really nice with our table. Couldn't be happier. Got 6 set up right now. The other 2 chairs are down in the basement in case we need more, but definitely a really awesome purchase with the chairs. $250 for our 8 chairs. That's a really good deal, and they're very nice quality. That's awesome that I was able to find that Yadro piece actually right down the road. So definitely different options for sourcing. I have not started sourcing here yet. I just haven't had time to do it. We literally spent, obviously, as you guys seen in the previous videos, we spent 2 weeks just moving our house and eBay business and all that. And then we just came from even further upstate New York for my stepdaughter's high school graduation. So we went and did that, seen some family and friends, and been hanging out since yesterday. We just got back, and now we literally start like our actual summer vacation, you know, where we actually go and do stuff. So it's just been a lot lately, and I know the videos obviously have been different, but we will get back into sourcing. We'll be able to finally check out what upstate New York sourcing is going to be like. I don't expect it to be as good as New Jersey, but there are interesting opportunities. So you just never know what you're going to find. But in this video, we're going to pull some really cool orders. Had some really awesome sales this past weekend. First sale is actually right behind us in the ShopRite basket. And it is a light-on remote. It's LG light-on. And that remote right there sold for $17 plus shipping. I have like $1 into it, so pretty happy with that. Yeah, simple way to test a remote control is you actually just put some batteries in it, and then you just face that towards your front-facing camera on your cell phone, and you can actually see it flash if it actually works. That's how I've always done it, and seems to work every time, unless the remote just doesn't work if there's like a lot of battery corrosion in there. So this is actually the new listing photo box or whatever. So my wife actually got me this for I think Christmas or something like that. I haven't even actually used it yet. I did practice taking a few photos inside the photo box. So that's like a 32 inch by 32 inch. And, you know, I built this crappy shipping table myself, and I did it really quickly. And the box actually fits pretty perfect on here. There's a little bit of room actually on each side. And then it comes to like right here. So it's actually really awesome for listing like bigger items like that. And, but, you know, if you don't have the space for it, you don't have the space for it. And trying to get it from here, if I'm not listing and I'm getting ready to do my shipping, from here to there, and it actually works out fine. I'm actually able to just kind of squeeze it through here, and then I just set it down there out of the way. So that's the spot that I found to put it. If I need to pull orders down there, then I'll just kind of move it out of the way. But for now, that's where I'm going to be keeping it whenever I'm doing my doing my shipping and whatnot. So that's where I decided to keep that. I did put carpet in all the way down to the shipping table. I get a lot of cardboard scrap whenever I'm doing my packaging that gets on the ground right here. So that's why I kind of decided to have this big long rug go from there to there. And there's a slight slope on the ground. This floor in this kitchen is definitely far from even. So that's why I wanted a carpet right here too. And that way, and also when the kids come in, when they're not wearing shoes or whatever, they got something nice and soft to walk on. So put a carpet there, rug there, and then put another rug back there going towards the electrical panel. I did put that step in myself because this step right here was way too big, and I put some carpet over it yesterday. I just need a carpet cutter to cut that leftover scrap right there. And then yesterday I also put these protective corners right here on there. That way when I'm climbing the ladder and going up there, I don't hit my head on that and, end up getting a fracture. But that I need to get replaced. That the cover for that, because that was on there like crap. But yeah, I put those protective corners on this side mainly because I noticed I almost hit my head on it. That side's a little bit further back, so I was not concerned with it at all. But yeah, I put these lights in, and yeah, I think that's about it. But yeah, I think they light up pretty well. I don't know how bad the lighting looks as far as recording, but yeah, that's gonna do it as far as that. Those are pretty much the updates that I could think of that I made with the garage. The next sale is actually on rack 4, shelf 3. So 1, 2, 3. And that is this one right here, the Linux Lighthouse. These, most of the time, they are not worth picking up. I paid $10 for this at a yard sale. Finally sold for $30 plus shipping. For how cool and unique they are, I just figured it would sell eventually, and it finally sold. But not the best profit, but not the worst either. 10 and a 30 plus ship, and obviously factor in your fees. Yeah, it's always nice when a big box like that clears off the shelf, because that does take up a lot of room. I mean, that was a huge gap right there, so that we can now fill with something else. Hopefully like 3-4 smaller box items. Like there is, where is that Lamax item at? Oh, there it is, right there. It's kind of back there, but it's there. Like I said, that's why we got to clear this out. This Lamax spooky haunted fountain. This sold for $30. If I can get it out. This sold for $30 plus shipping, and I paid $10 for it. Something like this Lamax haunted fountain right here. This is a little bit, it takes up half the room almost. And this sold for the same thing. Paid $10, sold for $30 plus shipping. So decent little sale right there. But I mean, it'd be better. I would like to be like 10 into 35, 40, but I know some of y'all are talking about 10 into 50 or 10 into 100. Whatever works for you, that's what works for me. All right, we do have a Wilson golf club going out. For now, I put them back here. I was actually planning on putting them somewhere else. It's probably this Wilson right here. That's the first Wilson I see. So a putter, a Wilson. Oh, I think I just strapped all of them together. That way they didn't move around. Yep, Wilson Dynabalance 407. That's it right there. That only sold for $15 plus shipping. It says I paid $5 for it. But I probably got that with a bunch of other golf clubs. So, but $15 plus shipping. Not the best, but I got some long 2 boxes that I can get that shipped out with. Next sale right here was definitely a good one. I sold one of these clam broth, these lobster pots right here. These are definitely worth looking out for. Because they do take up a good amount of room, you could try to sell them for $70, $80 plus shipping. But I noticed it's actually just better to wait for the right buyer, or just at the right time, like during Thanksgiving time, stuff like that. People need stuff like this to cook big meals. But that's when I noticed that these typically sell better. But I tried to actually send out offers on these for $80, and maybe it just wasn't the right time. But someone obviously had something going on where they needed one of these, and one of these sold for $100 plus shipping, and I paid $8 each. So I've already made my money back on both now, and I'm looking forward to hopefully getting another $100 on the other one. All right, so that was all the sales that I had in the Veteran Flipper Cave. Now I gotta head down to the dungeon. So before we headed up to the real upstate New York, I did put those electronics on the shelf down here. So I honestly, this right here is a huge mistake. I put these up here, just custom skewed them. This is not the best way to stack these because it's harder to pull them as they sell. And well, I am very cautious about how I pull anything as far as inventory when something sells. You don't want to pull it and scratch the top of something else. So I think this is the best way to storage electronics like this. I think that's the golden standard. Most electronic resellers I see, this is how it is stored. It's better to store them like this. It's easier to pull, and then once one sells, you can kind of just replace it with something else. So got about a good chunk, and I believe we got one more tote here, actually two more totes of electronics that need to get put away, but for the most part, know where everything is. So down in the eBay dungeon 9, shelf 2, white box. That's this box right here. So that's this Pepsi Cola sign right here. This was when I was talking about how eBay's search just glitched on me. It happened twice recently, and where I thought that this was gonna be worth way more. Just being perfectly honest, I thought this was gonna be worth like 200 plus, and I paid 90 for it, and it was worth only 90. So finally sold $90 plus shipping. Just happy to get my money back. And in the dungeon closet, we also have that Mr. Christmas Nutcracker Sweet. Definitely look out for those. That's pre-packaged. I'll go ahead and pull that off camera. Mr. Christmas Nutcracker Sweet in working condition. Pre-packaged with this box. It's already in its own box, so didn't need a whole lot of protection, but it is bubble wrapped and packaged well. Someone sent me an offer on this last night for $157 plus shipping. Went ahead and took it. Only got $15 into it. We got all the orders upstairs. The nice part is that box right there is actually being shipped in that box, which I do disclose that in the description. This is already pre-packaged. This box actually fit pretty good inside this box. So that's the thing that's not too bad about pre-packing sometimes, is they actually don't take up too much space, especially when you're protecting more valuable items. Like that box right there was perfect for that. And it just works, and it keeps stuff better protected when it's pre-packed sometimes, but probably not everything. I wouldn't pre-pack everything because it does take up a little bit more room, but a good amount of stuff I will be pre-packing going on in the future. I finally fixed the tip of this broken unicorn. I picked this up at a yard. So this is a vintage ceramic unicorn thing. I don't know who actually made this, but this is 1980s. And I actually picked this up for Isabella's bedroom, and I finally super glued this back on, and then I used this masking tape to kind of hold it together. So I'm kind of curious to see if this is actually going to stay on there, what it's going to look like. It's not bad, it's not terrible. Better than it looked before, I'll tell you that. Throw that in the trash. And at least it's all one piece now. So I'm going to go put that in Isabella's bedroom. I think it's super cool, and I just love finding vintage stuff like that, because no one else is going to have that in their bedroom. Isabella, you done with your milk? Done? She literally loves this, bringing me her milk. Alright, let's get these orders packed. 11, 5. 2 pounds. Alright, so I got everything loaded into the car. I gotta go drop that stuff off, go pick up Ava from the groomers, and then we gotta go do some grocery shopping, get some stuff ready to kind of start our vacation. We're gonna be pretty much spending it from here, but there's so much to do around here. Lake George, Six Flags, all that. So we're gonna be going to the water park, going to bowling, a lot of stuff we're gonna be doing, some really fun stuff. I'm gonna go to Say Isabella. Say Dada.
Dada.
No, I'm Dada. Isabella. Say Mama.
Mama.
Say Dada.
Dada.
Say Zion.
Santa.
Alright, so it's been a few weeks. We just got done with our vacation. We just did a bunch of stuff around here. Spent a lot of good family quality time outdoors, and one did a few things, and it was really just a good time. We actually bought a Blackstone too. I love cooking on that thing. I just got done hanging up this veteran flipper neon sign. I ordered that online, and I thought that came out pretty cool. That's about as dim as as I can get it. And I had the parents' prayer clock up there, but I put it right here behind me and my mom's picture there, and I think it worked out perfect there. A little clutter, but I don't really need a whole lot of desk room, but I think it looks pretty cool up there. I don't remember if I talked about these LED lights over here. I ordered those online as well because I wasn't trying to pay to get lights installed, and they actually came with a bunch of extra remotes because each one came with its own remote. I don't remember if I said that or not, but the issue is I noticed that the remote for this actually messes with the remote for that light actually messes with these lights, so but not vice versa, which is kind of cool. So the most part, plan on keeping that light like that. I don't plan on messing with it, but these, I mean, they're cool while they last. The only problem is they don't last like super long, but really I just honestly need it for the shipping area. It may not look the best on YouTube, but right now it's working for shipping. As long as I can kind of see what I'm doing, that was the main reason why I got them, and also to help me pick orders and whatnot. So yeah, here's a few updates about the setup here. For the most part, I like how everything's set up. It's working. I haven't gotten around and doing any listings, so for literally years, you can literally tell by the items that I've sold, I have literally listed all my items on a tile ground with kind of like my wall being the background slash the tile itself being the background. If the item is small enough, pretty much the only thing you see in the background was tile. And it's worked for me. I've always been a huge believer of just finding awesome items and taking some decent photographs so people could see the condition and size and all that. And throwing it up at a good price. And honestly, I've done very well. I've sold over 4,000 items. Never had an issue. And these photo boxes, I actually put this to cover that hole because I didn't want like debris or anything getting inside there. Have put items in it and taken photographs, and I do like the way the photos come out, but I do not think just because you have white photos that does not necessarily mean you're just going to sell more stuff. And I'm going to stand by that. I've seen people with nice white photos selling an item it's just not worth selling in my opinion. But I sell some stuff that's not worth selling. I'm not saying that, but all I'm saying is you don't need white photos. I know eBay has said that white photos is the way to go, but I've made it work, and it's just been so convenient. For me, when I think about reselling, it's not just about how much money I can make. I've already said this plenty of times. I don't even care about how much money I can make. I just want to have fun and make enough money to provide for my family, and I have more than done that. But this is the way that we're going to be going now, is with the photo booth, and I'll definitely give you guys an update on how I like that. But I definitely like the convenience of how I did things before, and I had a good system where I was cleaning and testing my items. But now with the plan is I'll probably do a lot of my cleaning. The kitchen's right outside that door. Do a lot of cleaning, testing up here for electronics. Do testing on larger items over there. So far, I do like the way things are set up, but it's not as convenient as I had it before. But I will definitely, surely, get used to this new system and definitely give you guys an update in the future. But yeah, pretty much what's been going on, just vacation and whatnot. The plan is to try to get a good chunk of this stuff listed. I was planning on going to yard sales this Saturday. The issue is like now we're projected thunderstorms, and I'm like, holy crap, I haven't been to yard sales in so long. And it sucks that we ended up moving during the summer, but it is what it is. This is part of life, We had money put aside for the move, and to factor in the fact that we're not listing new inventory and whatnot, and it's honestly, it's been a lot, but I've just had so much fun getting moved into this house and getting the garage set up the way that I want to get it set up, and the house set up the way that I want it set up, and it's just been a lot of fun. But that's pretty much the update with that. But yeah, I'll definitely try to do an update soon. Hope you guys are all doing well. I've been getting a lot of comments and emails and stuff trying to check up on, but that's pretty much what we've been up to, is just getting settled in. I literally got the basement pretty much the way I want it, got my weight room set up down there on the other side, the eBay inventory set up the way I wanted, so everything's going good. Hope y'all are doing well out there. Hope sales are good. I know my sales are way down, but I also haven't really been the most active in my store, just literally just shipping out items. Had some pretty cool sales, and had some sales where I'm literally just trying to break even, get my money back, and just clear a bunch of stuff out. But for the most part, everything has been going good, so I can't complain. I do definitely want to get back into listing and getting new inventory up, listed in the store, and yeah, get back to sourcing and get the videos coming. So videos will be coming again shortly. I appreciate you guys' patience. I'll see you in the next one. The Veteran Flipper out. Peace.